Aloha! Welcome to the Friday Marketing Jam Session. It's launch day, and I'm here with our launch partner, Paul James. What's up, Paul?
What up? How's everyone doing? Thanks for having me, Tom.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm in the office trying to stay cool. Yesterday, it hit 122 degrees.
Oh my, that's crazy.
It's so funny. We were driving down to meet some old friends I hadn't seen in a long time at the pool at MGM, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's 122 degrees outside!" And I was like,
"I've never experienced that before."
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's getting hot in here.
Literally.
We're going to turn it up. So we got a great live show for you today. We're going to be talking about some of Paul's favorite methods to get past the gatekeeper. I'm going to share a win we got in the agency that really ties into that as well. We're going to talk about the new course that we launched today, high ticket side hustle. We're going to take your questions. We're going to give away some shark money. We got some awesome shark shout outs to celebrate. So, we're going to hang out for the next hour. We're going to have a great time. Grab a cool drink. Paul and I both have Diet Mountain Dews. So if you have one of those, grab one of those, and I'll keep the intro. We'll see you back here in one momento.
It's time. The moment you've been waiting for. Get ready for the fastest 60 minutes of marketing strategies and tactics to grow and scale your business from anywhere in the world. After 167 agonizing hours, we've returned for a brand new Aloha Marketing Jam session. And now, here are your hosts.
That crowd is fired up out there.
They're going crazy.
Yeah, fired up. Please, everyone, please. All right, we can turn that off. Awesome. Let's see who's hanging out here in the comments. Let's go through. Hey, what's up, Patty? Patty is joining us from YouTube. What's up, Dorn? Good to see you. Chris, Lynette, Darla, Barbara, Jacqueline. Man, we got everybody in here. I see Cameron. I see Paul. Awesome stuff. So, Paul, I know we just rolled out the new course, High Ticket Side Hustle. So I know you've been busy with that. What else has been going on in your world, though?
Busy with the YouTube and Instagram stuff, keeping that going. Doing music, that's been keeping me busy. Headed to Florida next week to record a song. So yeah, it's been fun. How about you?
What's it like in the recording studio?
It's pretty chill. It's just me and the producer usually, and we just kind of go in there and think about what kind of song we want to write, and then we just write it. Go for it.
Yeah, I've never been in a recording studio. I find that so interesting. That's why my wife and I, we started watching this Netflix documentary the other night. We didn't finish it, but they did a Netflix documentary on Nickelback.
Oh, cool.
And they were talking about, like they call them I didn't realize Nickelback was like so hated. Like a lot of people, like they're like the brunt of all these jokes. And so
they're like a meme kind of.
Yeah, so it was kind of interesting to watch that, but they were showing them in the studio and stuff. I find that stuff interesting. But yeah, with me, I've just been busy working. Obviously, we've had a lot of stuff going on here. A good friend of my wife, who was older, she passed away. So, kind of been dealing with that and trying to be here for support for her because she's been taking it a little rough. And then yesterday had some friends that I haven't seen in over 20 years. And it's so funny, when we were all kind of young and single, we used to run together. And then now everybody's married and has kids. And so we all got together at the MGM Grand and brought our kids. And it was
fun.
Cool. So
yeah,
it was really awesome to see that. So yeah, other than that, just all that life stuff happens, and still, working the business and doing all that stuff. So
totally. I need to get out to Vegas soon.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Come on, it's a lot of fun out here.
Yeah, I'll be coming. I'll come soon.
Yeah, no shortage of fun things to do. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. So, hey, Matt was asking, what music genre are you in?
Oh, I'm in the pop rap genre. So if you go on Spotify and type in Paul James and type in like DOA is my biggest song, you'll find me. I'm on Apple Music too. But yeah, appreciate any support, any streams you guys give me.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Well, why don't we start off this show? Oh, I appreciate the kind words, everybody. Thank you so much. And why don't we get this party started by sharing some shout outs and some wins? Always love to do that at the beginning of these shows, get us hyped up and motivated. It's the end of this week, but next week is just a couple days away. So, pay attention to the wins, look at what people are doing, use that as some energy, some boost to get out there and take some traction as we start next week. So let's start off. Let me share my screen here. Then we'll talk about the new high ticket side hustle. We'll take questions. We'll talk about ways to get past the gatekeeper, all that stuff. So, All right, everybody see my screen there. So first up, Lynette Wells. She added services to an existing client, an additional $620.
Amazing.
Awesome. Good stuff, Lynette. Good stuff. Robert closed a $10,000 mentoring service that creates a map for one's book. That's awesome, Robert. What a great service. He closed another. So, Paul, since you've been around, Robert has just been knocking down 10,000 deal websites like right and left. So he closed another $10,000 website package. He moved a client from mentoring to book writing and waiting for next payment in the process. He had a prospect on the nurture line for 2 years, and he contacted him recently wanting to start. That's interesting because what I'm going to talk about with the new client we brought on in the agency, one of the questions we asked our agency evolution members was like, how long do you keep following up with a client? So we can talk about that when we talk about the gatekeeper stuff as well. Kristen, she closed a monthly billing of $2,500 for her bar restaurant client. Plus, she's getting a raise this month for the new location they added. Woo-hoo!
That's cool.
Gotta love getting a raise.
Heck yeah.
Chris finally got a difficult to get papered SaaS win across the finish line, $399 a month. Awesome, Chris. Way to stick with it. And persevere. Shelly Ward, 1650 website, 150 display ad, 540 loyalty club, 400 menu updates, 200 MailChimp send. The website was one that had malware, so she suggested a new host, new site, new start.
Very nice.
Awesome stuff, Shelly. And then Dorn, our very own Megalodon Dorn Britton, new PPC client, $300 a month plus ad spend, new Google business profile client, $500 a month, and new SMS client, $197 a month. All solid wins, Dorn.
Good monthlies, yeah.
Yeah, solid stuff. Mark Sexton, $350 a month to generate a list of leads for email cold calling for a company. Got that lead list together using SociSpy. Clever way to use a software tool, right? Build a lead list. Yeah, awesome stuff, Mark. Jacqueline Heath, our friend from across the pond, marketing campaign set up for a company that makes outdoor furniture. That's $300 and a monthly recurring of $380. That's pounds. And then additionally, she received a monthly recurring revenue check from her social media client, 350 pounds. So awesome work, Jacqueline. It's really hard when I do wins for Jacqueline and they put her money in pounds to not make a joke about how much I bench press. Like I always want to do it, but I do it every time, and I'm like, okay, not this time, Tom. Control yourself.
This is a lot of wins this week.
Yeah, tons. Richie Cronin.
Amazing.
Yeah, look at all these Richie posted. 2 recurring revenue totaling $4,588.75.
Wow.
He sold an AI chatbot and CRM 200 per month to an existing customer, an Irish pub in Nashville. He got another golf retailer, quoted 5,000 on-off page fixes, Google business profile optimization, AI chatbot and reviews. Local premium barbershops, 3,000, similar to above. And then you got a local roofing company, open talks around SEO and PPC. He also made a new addition to the team, a Google account specialist.
Nice.
Crushing it. That's awesome.
Sounds like you're scaling.
Yeah, great stuff, Richie. Great stuff. Chris Watanabe closed on a $3,000 website Google business profile deal that will turn into more. She also just got paid $400 for moving someone's website from one platform to another to help save her some money.
That's a good one.
Stuff. Great stuff, Chris. Randy Bent, new partnership in the Philippines with one of their managers. He launched their new e-commerce site with a retail location at a mall. They made 5 sales so far with lots of interest. The website isn't even finished. The store isn't finished, but they're all hitting the ground running. Awesome win, Randy.
Yeah.
Awesome win. Shushan, our very own Facebook community manager, had her very first discovery call this week. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. You know, with the high ticket side hustle, Paul, we show people, you show people a very easy service, a very easy way to get in.
Yeah.
And for people that have never done this kind of thing, it can be very daunting talking to that first person. You can have some anxiety, a little bit of fear around it, but like the thing about that is it's necessary. It's a process. You probably won't be that great at it the first time you do it, but you'll get past it. So I think this is a very big win when somebody, they make that commitment and they follow through and they take those action steps and they actually do the uncomfortable thing. Right.
Sure.
So awesome work, Shushan. She had her first discovery call this week. The prospect is awaiting proposal for Google Business Profile Optimization and Management. They reached out earlier today to quote them a price for 3 because they want to add another 2 locations. So this could be a great deal, and she's going to update once the payment is received. That's awesome stuff. And, we have, if you are in the 100K club or you're inside Agency Evolution, there's some specific training in those courses about how to do strategy calls and things like that, because it's an important part. So awesome work, Shushan. Great stuff. Great stuff. Nick Ponte Marketing, which by the way is getting ready to be rebranded as Mina Marketing. Keep your eyes out for that. We're going to be sharing a lot of stuff about how we did that, what we're doing there, why we did that. We've been sharing a lot of that stuff with, Agency Evolution members, and I talk a little bit about it in the 100K club as well. But you'll see more stuff coming out about that. But we landed a new $3,000 a month Google ad client in the activity space. And, Paul, what was interesting about this client, this is kind of what I was alluding to before, is like, how many times you need to follow up with a client, right? This is a $3,000 a month Google ad client in the activity space. How many times would you do that? Like, how many times would you follow up with a client if you knew eventually they were going to pay you $3,000 a month?
Exactly. I've heard it take 7 to 8 times even on average.
Yeah. Or even think about it. Like, think about eventually they're going to pay you. There's no scenario where they don't sign up. Right. Yeah. I think the problem a lot of people run into is they start thinking about, well, the person's never going to sign up. The thing is never going to happen. And so you stop, right? A lot of people just send one email. Maybe they make one phone call, right? But there's $3,000 sitting on the table, in front of you. And if you just stay persistent, you're going to close it. Think about that for a second. If you were to adjust your thinking about following up to that, not that I'm only going to follow up so many times, or maybe it'll work, or maybe, but if you just treated every, now I should preface this and make some exceptions. You don't just want to be doing this with, you want to make sure this is a qualified lead. So, you want to make sure they're good for what you're offering. They've got, you've identified, they're going to be a good client, right? So we landed this one. I'm going to try to see on here. How many times did we do this? Let me look at this picture here. So she met with this client years ago. So we've been following up with this client for a couple of years.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? And finally came through. So awesome stuff. You know, I love this. Bob says, follow up until they die or buy. That's great.
At least until they give you a no, like a concise no.
Yeah. Or a concise no. You know, here's a great strategy. And Paul, that's a great point that you bring up there, because a lot of people think, oh, I just keep doing this over and over and nothing's going to happen. Like, a strategy that we've used for a long time is we want to remove you from the list.
Yes.
So like we will, like, if we've just been following up, we'll send out an email, or maybe the next time we reach out to them, we'll say something like, look, you know, we've been following up with you for a while. I understand you're busy. Things happen. Maybe maybe it hasn't been the right time. Maybe it's not the right time now. Maybe you're interested. Maybe you're not. I just want to know, like, if this is absolutely a no, like there's no way this is ever going to happen, can you do me a favor and just shoot me a reply so I can take you off the list and we don't have to keep doing this? Like that, even that kind of straightforward talking, a lot of times will open up a conversation, and
Totally.
we've landed clients that way.
Yeah.
Right. Because they don't want to be taken off. So there's a good little tip. I know we're going to be talking about how to handle the gatekeeper, but there's a good tip for you for your follow-up, which is, you know, hey, can I remove you from the list? Like, if you're just definitely not interested, let me remove you. That can work wonders.
Yep.
Okay, so that is a grand total, by the way. I skipped the slide. $47,000.
Wow.
$770 for the week of June 29th.
Good work, everyone. That's crazy.
That's huge.
That is
a grand total of $635,563 since the start of 2024. So we are well on track to do we as a community are well on track for you guys to generate over $1 million, probably close to $2 million, selling these services to small businesses. So excellent work, everybody.
Amazing. Yeah.
Excellent work. Awesome. So let's talk, Paul, a little bit about the Gatekeeper. So maybe you can, talk a little bit about the high ticket side hustle, how this kind of ties into that, and then maybe give some tips for people that have picked up the course and they're, looking to get started as quickly as possible. And maybe they're thinking, how do I get a hold of these people, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, so the whole idea behind high ticket side hustle is the whole logic that acquiring customers is a lot more expensive than it is to like get more money out of existing customers that you already have, right? So there's businesses already have, lots of customers lying around that they're not really monetizing properly. So high ticket side hustle is all around managing that for them and squeezing extra money out of what they already have. And that just, it resonates very, very well with people. And as far as getting past the gatekeeper goes, one thing we like to do is a pattern interrupt. So one pattern interrupt that we like to use is pointing out something that's not working to get their attention, and then definitely doing like really well, like note taking when we're identifying prospects so that we can specifically give them suggestions once they get back to us. Like, hey, this is what we identified and we'd like to fix it for you. Here's how we can fix it. So I don't know, that just like really gets people's attention and gets them to reach out. And like we were talking about the follow-up, right? That makes it worth following up, because when you're doing proper identification of your prospects and you're doing great, note taking on who you're going to reach out to, actually getting a hold of them is going to be worth it in the end, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. And like, you hit on something here that I think is really, really critical for people that are out there. Maybe you're trying to get traction or things like that. And here's the deal. Like when you're starting a business and you're trying to build and grow, confidence for you is key, right? A lot of people struggle with confidence. It is really awesome when you can have something that you can provide that is pretty much going to be an easy layup. Like the client doesn't know that, but like, look, if I just do this thing, I know it's going to get really great results and it's going to make me look like a superstar. Yeah. Not every service that you can offer is that way, right? Like just think about SEO, think about paid ads, all the stuff that goes in with those things, SEO, the time, Maybe you get results, maybe you don't. All the competitive ads, the same thing. But when you can immediately come in and basically you don't have to do anything and you can generate sales for that business right away, they're just going to think you're a rock star. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to target their existing customer base. Totally. That's a really easy win, because getting, just like Paul said, for that business, getting a new client is the most expensive thing they're going to do. And it's going to be that way for you too. Like if they hire you to do their marketing, it can be expensive to get that new client. So almost every business has some type of database list of people that are currently customers, at a minimum that are currently customers, but a list of people that have been customers in the past and for whatever reason no longer are. And so when you can target those people, they are much more likely to re-engage and repurchase, and you'll get better and faster results. And so, the high ticket side hustle is about that. Like, we're going to show you a way that you can go in and use those lists and then quickly generate results for the business. And you don't have to rely on SEO. You don't have to do paid ads. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You say, hey, look, and when you really start to kind of understand this, you will be able to go in and based on the size of the customer base, you can start to make some projections about how many clients you can bring in, right?
Not only that, Tom, too, but even a lot of the people we work with, even if they don't have something set up yet, what they do have is traffic coming to their website already that they're not properly utilizing. So if we can help set them up sort of an incentive-based opt-in, just like we use in our industry, to capture those leads and then market to them, that alone is just like a massive game changer for them. Whether that be like a coupon or like a free report or a tripwire, like maybe it's like a free massage that leads into like an adjustment for a chiropractor, just offering some sort of incentive to capture that information and then be able to keep marketing to those customers. It's a game changer for a lot of people, because even if they don't have the existing list necessarily, they do have the traffic usually coming in.
It's great that you point that out, because, that is one of those things that we just take, like when you're in the internet marketing world, you just take for granted things like an opt-in. Like that, like everybody just knows that. But the reality is everybody doesn't just know that.
I mean, if you go look at local business websites, like you'll find like probably 1 out of 5 of them do have an opt-in and the other 4 don't. It's like such an underutilized and untapped opportunity right now.
Yeah, it's really easy to overlook this stuff that we just kind of take for granted because we see it so much and we think, oh yeah, of course everybody knows that, but they don't know that, right? Yeah. And I have done in the past, like when I find those people that they're not collecting information online, I've been able to charge people to take their customer data and put it in some type of a thing online. So like, they may just have a list of all their customers and customer emails. You can then, have that be part of your fee. Like, well, for X amount of dollars, I'll get all that stuff in a digital place that we can start doing this and continue to market. That's a good way to get it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I see a couple questions here. So
I saw a good one from Jacqueline that really, I think, hits home on the, if they can get one client out of the campaign, like that pays for her 10 times over again. So
yep.
It's such a good point. I mean, that's easily how you justify your high ticket price points when you start to dive into that.
Yeah. I had a client in the past that he did a lot of advertising that he spent a lot of money, but he was the same way. Like he would go months, but he got one client and it like more than paid for everything. So he's like, like that, that's another misconception too, right? From our side as the people providing the service, we think that if we can't deliver like just a massive flood of people, that the person is going to be unhappy. But the reality is, if you're dealing with a business, if you can bring in 1 to 5 new clients a month, like that is a massive win for them.
Especially if you go after the bigger ticket niches too, like, like Jacqueline says, a scaffolding company. I mean, think about like roofing companies that are doing $12,000 to $25,000 new roofs. I mean, you get just one customer reactivated from sending out an email that offers like a roof inspection. I mean, think about that. It's massive.
Yeah. Well, and tying to this, so Dorn wanted to know, do you ever use do you ever base your fee as a percentage of like what you reactivate?
I haven't for this business model, but I think that could be a good idea. I don't know if I would do it for percentage of sales just because that's hard to track, but maybe I would do it like with a tracking phone number and pushing out emails on a per call basis or something like that. That might be interesting. Like pay per performance, like for every person we get interested, it's going to be X amount. But I haven't ever done it on percentage of sales. And I just think that would be, you'd have to really have a good trusting relationship, I guess, with the client to do it that way. So I guess it depends on who you're working with, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank the Tank is absolutely right. You want to be their secret weapon. You want them to brag about you. And look, if you're going in and trying to bring in new customers, that can be a challenge. But if you can go in and really fast, like in the course of, a few days or 30 days or 60 days, generate some activity for them, like they're going to way more trust you to go and do this other thing and give you more, I don't know if maybe leeway is the right word. They're going to give you more space to do what you need to do, right? Like, because you've already kind of proven yourself. So Tony says, wow, I'm in the process of a database strategy with the law firm right now. We had a meeting yesterday and we'll start implementing on Monday. That's awesome. That's great stuff.
That is awesome.
Patty wanted to know, so how exactly are you reaching your old customers? Are you taking over their email lists, SMS lists? How do you have multiple ways to do it? Like, what's your preferred method, Paul?
Yeah, my preferred method is email list and take over if they have an existing one. But if they don't, like I said, they do have existing traffic to tap into. At least the prospects that we're identifying are people that already are kind of like at the top of Google. They already are getting a lot of traffic. It's just they're missing out on the opportunity of really collecting. So if we can get them some sort of form of collecting that up right away, we're going to be able to get them results right away regardless, because they're going to have people, opting in immediately.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, EG says same thing. Like one of her attorney brings in one client. It's over $1 million value, right? Dorn says solar's another great one to go after.
It is.
What are some of the best businesses that you've worked with on this, Paul?
I really like like I said, the bigger ticket ones, like roofers, things where we can really like get out a lot of juice out of it. I have done it for attorneys as well, heating and air conditioning, even dentists. So.
Yeah. Jacqueline also wanted to know, when you set up these types of things using email, do you set up the autoresponder in their name or yours? How do you send emails, that kind of stuff?
I mean, definitely theirs, but there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. You can either, resell something, or you can get them to sign up as an affiliate too and make like an affiliate commission. So there's kind of like ways to double dip on the monetization aspect of it. But you definitely want to have them set up their own, sort of system to manage everything. And then you're going to respond in their name, not your own, because no one's going to know who you are. So.
Awesome. Yeah. And by the way, for those of you who may be new to the show or are new to our community, I'm going to show you this real quick. So we launched a new course this morning that Paul put together called High Ticket Side Hustle. I'm going to share the link. I'm just going to let it kind of scroll at the bottom of the screen so you can check it out. You don't need to go check it out now. You can check it out a little later. Today's the first day, so it's on over the next couple of days. It's on a special launch pricing. Today is the lowest price you can get it at. So, tonight the price goes up, it goes up again, and then on the final day of the launch, it makes a big jump. But today's the best price you can get it for. And let me kind of show you guys and scroll through this, and maybe Paul, you can kind of comment a little on what we're doing here. So when you go to that link, this is the page that you end up on, and Paul. There's a lot of information on the course, the results, the things like that. I mean, these are amazing results that you get from this. And again, I think today it's only $27. Let me find it right now.
I think 27. Yeah.
Yeah, today it's only $27. And not only do you get the high ticket side hustle, but we also have some awesome bonuses that we throw in as well. So let me see if I can find those down here.
Yeah, and also, guys, like all this stuff can be fulfilled mostly through AI, which is what I teach you how to do inside of the training. So if you're thinking about like, how is fulfillment going to be for this? It's really easy thanks to the power of AI. So that's kind of what made me kind of lean heavily into this, was the fact that AI has now made it so ridiculously easy. It's almost like free money.
Yeah, and you get everything you need to get going with this inside the main course. Like, we pride ourselves on doing that. We do have a VIP bundle that you can purchase after you get the main thing. And one of the things we did in the VIP bundle was we just went ahead and did a bunch of the work for you. So we took 12 of the best niches, and then we just went ahead and did all the stuff. And so you get all that along with a bunch of other done for you assets and sales materials and things like that. But in the main and by the way, this is, super simple, right? 3-step process that Paul goes over. Plus, let me see, we got the client attraction system, how to get paid, the easy AI fulfillment. That's just what Paul was talking about. And then we are including a completely done website that you can set up for this business. So it's all around this specific high ticket side hustle. So you can just use this so you have a professional presence right away. All the content's done, all that stuff. And then let me scroll down. I know there's some bonuses. Okay, so here are the bonuses that you get when you purchase the $27 front end. If you purchase today, right? Again, the price will go up tomorrow. So you're going to get a quick start guide for getting your first payment. We've got a client attraction on steroids, a done-for-you fulfillment system. This is a pretty big shortcut. Plus a bonus training method, scaling to 6 figures, and banking recurring payments. So you get those as well. And again, like all the courses we put out, there's no risk to you. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you get in and you decide it's not for you, whatever, whether it's day 1, whether it's day 29, you just go over to offlinesharks.com/support. You just submit a ticket, say, hey, listen, I don't think this is for me. And we'll usually get you processed within, 48 hours or so. So just give us a little bit of time. It gets kind of busy around lunchtime, but we'll get you taken care of. And a pretty amazing deal for only $27.
I think people are going to be like very refreshed to know too that this is something that's so different and unique. Like, it's not the same old SEO or running ads. Not that there's anything wrong with those things, or selling websites. Those things are all great. But to be able to really set yourself apart right now is a huge, huge competitive edge with something that nobody else is really talking about or offering.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jacqueline, so there's a VIP bundle offer that's got, we've done all the work for 12 of the hottest niches. So like, it's all done for you. And I think there's fine restaurants, steakhouse, there's dentist, chiropractor, there's like handyman, there's 12 different niches that we think are the best that we've already done all the work for. So you get all that material done for you. So when you reach out to those clients, you don't have to do anything. You just use the materials we already provide to do the fulfillment. There's also a training in the VIP bundle. Well, there's a speedy sales power pack, which just has a lot of additional prospecting materials and done for you stuff and things like that. There's also a thing we call Keys to the Kingdom, which is a training that Nick did on how to get others to do all the work for you. So yes, you're using AI, you can use AI to do this, but you still have to do that, right? So what if you want to find somebody to use AI to do it for you? Well, the Keys to the Kingdom, we show you how to identify good people, how to hire them, how to bring them on, all that stuff. So you can take yourself out of the day-to-day of the business and grow it. And then I think there is, there's a couple of other things in there as well too. So we have 27 job descriptions that are pulled from our actual business. So if you need to find somebody, you can just go in, it's all in there. There's some growth plans.
There's some SOPs too, I believe.
Yes. And like our hiring framework, just a lot of really valuable stuff that you can't really find anywhere else. Like I know that those job descriptions, we've never released any of those. We recently went through with the team at the agency and redid all of the job descriptions.
Oh, nice.
Job postings so that we can, hire more accurately for what we need. So all of those job postings in there are brand new. Like we've never released those before. So
totally.
So all that's in the VIP package, and then you can either grab it all as a VIP bundle or you can customize. It's up to you. So let's see. Let me look on here. Tony Edward. Chandra says, is this training for newbies or for agency? Maybe you can expand on that a little bit, Paul.
Yeah, either or. If you're new, that's totally okay because this is something you can get started with without having an agency. If you have an agency already, this is something I know a lot of you guys in your wins were adding on services to existing customers. This is an amazing service to add on to already existing customers. And it doesn't have anything to do with GMB.
No GMB. Let me see if I can find that. Somebody was asking about what the 12 niches are. So let me, hold on one second. Let me find.
Yeah, the bundle is amazing. Those of you guys who do jump in, like if you're wanting to really, get going fast and make even more money, that is definitely the ticket.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, here I can share this a little bit. So
because everything's like practically done for you with that. So
yeah, hold on. Let me find. I'll show you the niches here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I will get there eventually, everybody. I promise. Okay, so you get every asset you need to fulfill the high ticket side hustle for the top 12 niches. So those niches are steakhouses and fine restaurants, pizza restaurants, Mexican restaurants, dentists, chiropractors, salons and spas, real estate agents and brokers, financial advisors, accountants, house and commercial cleaning, landscaping companies, handymen and contractors, and pest control companies. So these are the 12 niches, and these are all really good ones. Plus, I mean, this is really great. These are some of the things from the Speedy Sales Power Pack. So this is a lead magnet that we use to attract clients. Plus, there's done for you prospecting emails for you, the person doing the service. Also, we've got some done for you scripts. We talked earlier about how having those initial conversations can really, can create a little bit of anxiety and can be uncomfortable. But one of the secrets to overcoming that is being prepared. And one way to be prepared is to have a script that you follow. And so you don't have to write a script. You don't have to do any of that. We're going to give you some of our scripts so you can just use those. They're proven to work. We use them in our agency, so you can do that. There's also the pathways to profit. And then we have a cheat sheet with some additional under the radar niches that you might want to use, plus a done for you service agreement, all that stuff inside the VIP bundle. So
yeah, it's amazing value.
Yeah. And let's see, what other questions do we have in here? So, yeah, Matt, got that. That says awesome. Shelly says another cool. You actually use this, Shelly. And what's really great about the high ticket side hustle is it really fits in well with all the other stuff that we do, Dorn says it's not GB related, it's gonna be friendly. Jessica, I don't know off the top of my head. I know that it's way less expensive than if you were to buy all those things individually. So And if you don't want the bundle, or if the bundle's out of your price range or whatever, you can just customize individual things and just pick up ones you want if you want them. Again, you don't need any of that stuff. Like, you can just buy the $27 front end thing, and everything's in there to get going, to get started, to get traction, all that. So,
yep. You're just shortcutting with the bundle because you're taking a lot of the workload out of it, letting us do the dirty work.
Paul. Yeah. So this is a service that Paul offers at his agency, that his team does. And so what you're buying is training on how to do this, what it is, how to do it, how to get the clients, how to use AI to do the fulfillment. It's all the stuff Paul uses, how to scale it out if you want. Plus, we're giving you a done-for-you website around this business so that you can set that up and have a professional asset, all that stuff. So,
yep.
John, this website is one that can just be set up as a separate site strictly for this, but you could absolutely model it and add a section to your existing site if you want.
True.
Oh yeah, thank you, Patty, for reminding me. Happy birthday to Shushan.
Happy birthday.
I said happy birthday in the Facebook group, but I forgot to mention on here. So yeah, Shushan's birthday today. So happy birthday, Shushan. Patty says we need to get you some furniture, Paul.
I'm not here much. I'm in Florida and recording all the time. So
yeah. Keep it empty, right?
Yeah.
Matt, I don't have a direct link to the bundle. So if you when you purchase the front end product, that's the next thing you'll see. It'll just take you there, but I don't have a way to give you a direct link because it's tied to that front end.
Yeah, wouldn't do any good without the front end, anyways.
Yeah. Let's see. I see lots of happy birthdays. Mike, yes. So that is what we're doing. So we're going for some low-hanging fruit. We're going to target a business's existing and past customer base and generate some revenue and sales for them that way.
And optimize their traffic too.
And help them, say that again, Paul.
Optimize their existing traffic as well. Yep.
Kurt, it's not a chat bot.
No.
But I mean, it would be pretty easy to use a chat bot with this, wouldn't it, Paul?
Yeah, you could definitely, if someone had like a big like remarketing list on their mini chat or something like that, you could totally tap into that.
Yeah, Lynette says it's a very nice system. Thank you, Lynette.
Thank you.
Dorn wants to know, do you ever use SMS messages or emails?
I've used both. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, Art, yes, the website is for you, the provider of this. So the website is
it's a credibility play.
Yeah, meaning like any you could go after any of those niches, and this website will work. Orville, do me a favor. Can you go to offlinesharks.com/support and just submit a ticket, and the team can get you squared away there. EG says, love a new person. EG asks, you've been crushing out there on Facebook. I've been seeing those wins. It's awesome. Alberto, yes, please. If you have any accesses with, I gotta get straight here. I'm gonna sound like a press conference of somebody we all know. If you have any access issues, just go to offlinesharks.com/support. The team will get you squared away. Because he likes the new hair. It's majestic.
Oh, thank you.
Art, we talked a little bit about this. So we already talked about this a little bit, but we can talk about this some more. So there are a couple things. So when it comes to the gatekeepers, I'll talk about from our side, and then I'll let Paul kind of share the strategy he shared a little earlier. A big mistake people make right out of the gate with the gatekeepers is looking at the gatekeeper as the enemy. The gatekeeper is somebody who should be treated almost as importantly as the owner. So when you are dealing with a gatekeeper, realize that they are a real person with real feelings and real stuff going on. Like, they are fielding all of this stuff in the business, right? Try to put yourself in their shoes, and then think about it. Like, if you were the gatekeeper at that business and the business owner said, listen, I want you to fill these calls and not let people, get through or whatever, right? Like, what would you think of people that call in? Like, if you heard you calling in and saying what you're going to say, would that sway you? So that's one thing, right? Like, try to think about it from their point of view. Be professional, be nice to them. Even if you can go out of your way to make their life easier, saying like, hey, listen, I know that you're busy. I know that you're fielding all these things. I'm going to send you some information, blah, 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 blah. That kind of stuff can help, right? Always stay professional. Don't treat them as an enemy. Another thing that can work really well is telling them that you're going to send them something. So just make up a reason to send them something. Like, hey, listen, like, you talk to them, you tell them who you are. Is it possible to get scheduled in with the person I need to talk to? And so let's say that you call them and you say, hey, listen, I want to talk to somebody about doing a database reactivation or whatever the script is you're using. Who do I need to talk to about that? And can I get scheduled in with them? And let's say the person says yes, or they say no, whatever it is, they say no. You say, well, we're not interested in that. You say, okay, well, listen, I get it. I understand. Totally understood. I'm going to go ahead and send you over a little bit of info on what I'm doing anyway. And if by some chance you have any questions or you change your mind, get back to me. So then what you do is you email the gatekeeper and you CC the owner. So email the gatekeeper, CC the owner. And like, sometimes what I'll do in that message, I'll tell the person like, hey, here's the information I told you I was sending. And then I'll have the owner's name and I'll say, hey, by the way, Dr. Smith, Amanda is doing an amazing job. That's like even putting just some type of compliment in there. Like, then she wants her boss to see it, like, hey, I called, I spoke to Amanda. She's an awesome receptionist. Like, whatever it is you want to say there. You don't want it to sound corny or cheesy. I try to make it something authentic. Like, hey, I called earlier to talk about this, and I just wanted to let you know Amanda was awesome. Her energy was great. She was super professional. She answered my questions, that type of thing. So almost like a review for the receptionist, like that can help you get your message through as well. Don't try to do it in a sneaky, sleazy way. Okay. Like, be authentic about it. But that's one thing we've used in the past. And then Paul, what was the thing that I already can't even remember what it was that you.
Yeah. That's an amazing tip with the compliment to the reception, so that she like wants the owner to see. I'm gonna have to try that out. I've never tried that before, but I can see how that would work because people use that on me sometimes.
Yeah.
So my thing is trying to, when you're prospecting, spending a little extra time actually coming up with a plan that's kind of custom for them. So maybe it's something like you notice that they're not offering like a free report or something like that on their website, and you notice an opportunity where like, like for example, for like email collection, they're really giving them no reason to sign up to their email list. So you immediately identify like a quick action item that they can do that you can point out to them to get them awesome results. And then hitting them with a pattern interrupt right out the gate. Like, hey, I noticed, this isn't working great on your website. If you have some time, I'd like to show you something I came up with for you that I know can increase your revenue immediately. And just kind of sticking out that way with your value is an amazing way to stand out. And that way make following up worth it, because you've put the time in to actually have something to talk about once they actually do get back to you.
Yeah, that's such a great point. Doing your homework in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And being
And keeping notes on it so you don't forget. Because if you're going to be doing a lot of prospecting, I usually like to keep an Excel sheet of everyone I reach out to and exactly what my game plan is for them once I get a hold of them.
Yeah. And if you're one of those people out there that thinks you're going to find some way to trick somebody into getting through, or you're going to be able to, what is the thing that mentally control them to do what you want? Stop it. That's not a real thing. It doesn't work. Okay. Like, just start being authentic. You have something that is valuable that can help them. You're trying to help them. If they don't want your help, so be it. But like, what you are coming to them with is valuable and helpful. And so just be a real person. Just be a real person. Hey, I got this thing. I think it could help you. I was looking at your website. I saw this problem. Like, I think I can fix it. Right. So just do that.
Totally.
Jacqueline, if you can submit a ticket at offlinesharks.com/support, the team can get you scored away there. I'm not sure what the process is for that yet. Europe and other languages? Yes.
It can be done. Yep. Anywhere.
Yep. Jacqueline says, I've gone through the videos and it's very clear and well set out, easy to understand. Thank you, Jacqueline.
Thank you.
All right. Avi, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Uh-oh. That's
right.
Okay. Zool 6. Oh, that's so funny. Let me see if there's any other. I'm just looking for some questions here.
Sure.
Oh, thanks, Shelly. Shelly said my dimples are good too. Okay. Dorn cracks me up. Oh, somebody said, what if the gatekeeper doesn't like you? Boy, you got an uphill battle, right? You got an uphill battle. So, I am not opposed to
sending donuts.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. The first thing I'm gonna preface this by saying, like, to do what I'm about to talk about, it really needs to be a client you want to work for. Okay, like, but if you're having an issue with the gatekeeper, and for whatever reason, it's just like, and you're like, you just really want to get in, then you got to go on a romancing campaign, right? Either if they're in your area, you'd stop by with some donuts in the morning and, hey, listen, I'm not here to pitch you anything. I just wanted to drop off these donuts. My card's there, blah, blah, like something like that. Maybe even sending them over something like, you don't have to, in today's economy, you don't have to be there physically. You could just send them some kind of a treat, like maybe you would for, like one of the things we do in our business is our bigger clients and things like that. We always send some kind of like special holiday thing, or sometimes we do like, we'll send them something in July instead of Christmas when they get a bunch of stuff. But, maybe you send them something like that, like some, an edible something, or, something, they like, but you're schmoozing, right? You're just trying to rebuild that relationship. Maybe even like, why does the gatekeeper not like you? Now, here's a thing. Be honest with yourself. Did you do something that was not the best behavior? Like, did you do something that was not the best? Like, maybe she was just having or him or her was just having a really crappy day, So there's two things there. One is, if you realize it is something that you did, maybe even just send some, like, not romantic flowers, but send some little bouquet flowers and say, hey, look, I just wanted to apologize for the way I acted on the call. Like, what a breath of fresh air that would be to somebody, right? Like, holy cow, like nobody does that. Mm-hmm. Then the other thing is, if it's not something you did, like, stop taking that stuff personally. Maybe they're just having a bad day, they don't know you, you don't know them. Like, their reaction to you is not a value judgment of you. They don't even know who you are. They don't even know if what you're offering is valuable or not. Like, they're making a decision with zero information or knowledge of you. There is no way that decision can be a value judgment on you, you know? So go easy on yourself and be like, hey, you know what? I know it's nothing personal. My problem, Paul, is like, I tend to take everything personally. So it's hard to do that.
Oh, yeah.
It is worth thinking about.
Totally. Frank had a good one.
Okay. What's Frank's?
It's towards the bottom.
I'll start at the bottom. Frank said, oh, here you go. I know about the affair. Oh my gosh. Frank. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Some of your guys' things, your responses. Holy moly.
No, I'm just sitting here crapping up.
Oh my goodness. So great. We don't have so let me double check. I didn't see a member of the week this week. Let me see if I do see one now. I went there before. Okay. All right. So we got a couple things to do. We're going to give away some Cash App money. So right now, well, first we'll do the member of the week, then we'll do some Cash App money. So first up is it's really the nod of the head all that makes those effects work. I don't know if you noticed that. So every week we like to reward one member for being an outstanding example in the community. This week's member of the week is Mr. Mark Sexton, who did a great job utilizing available resources to boost revenue. Your resourcefulness and strategic approach have really paid off. So congratulations to Mark. Mark, we've got an Offline Sharks treasure chest coming your way. Don't share what's inside, but you're getting a lot of good goodies coming your way. So
congrats.
Yeah. And then we're also going to give away some Cash App money. So here's the deal. In lieu of Paul's new product today, high ticket side hustle, I want you guys to put in the chat to get registered for the giveaway, #hustle. We should all be out there hustling next week. So put in there #hustle. And then when we start getting some entries in, I'm going to do a couple drawings, and we're going to give away $25 in Cash App money. Oh, the entries are coming in. Let me scan through here and see if there's I see all of the hustles. Make sure that I don't miss any questions or anything. Enrique, so can you reach out to our support? If this ever happens to you, if you win a Cash App and for whatever reason it gets overlooked, just reach out. We'll get you taken care of. Okay. All right. We are going to give away some Cash App money. So here we go, Paul. Okay. First winner of $25 in cold hard Cash App money is Michael T. Gaston.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Michael. Got that. And then let's do one more. Here we go. Our second winner is Frank the Tank.
Congrats.
Frank, congratulations. $25 in Cash App money coming your way. All right, everybody. Listen, thanks so much for tuning in to the live show. Paul, thanks for hanging out with me, answering questions.
Thanks for
me.
having
Being available. If you haven't already, go to offlinesharks.com/side hustle. Check out Paul's new course, High Ticket Side Hustle. It's awesome. A lot of amazing bonuses. Again, today, the lowest price you're going to be able to get it. The price goes up tonight. It'll go up again tomorrow. It's only open for a couple days. Final day, it'll really go up. So make sure you jump in, grab this. If you have any questions, you can ask in the Facebook group or hit us up at offlinesharks.com/support. All right, everybody, stay safe out there. Practice aloha, and we'll see you next Friday.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam session. We've helped thousands just like you start and scale their businesses. If you'd like our help to grow your business, Go to the link on your screen now and let us know how we can help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.